working, my mic's working, the game's capturing. Everything's working. The store is closing soon, but it's 24/7. 2.5%. Whoa, what did that say? What did that say on the bottom? Dude, she is freaking the fuck out. Why are we back at the bridge? Hello, can I... It won't take much time. What do you see? Are you sure? Anyway, it's... Yes, Mom. Welcome everybody to Milk. Outside a bag of milk. Outside a bag of milk. And I will regretfully say that I played about 30, maybe 10 minutes of this game. I don't remember how long it was. It's a reading game, which it's a storytelling game, which is really cool. I will say the only theme I know is that it's about depression, and it gets really dark real quick. I didn't even get I got to basically what is the start of the game and realized that I wasn't recording, which I am recording right now. I see that it says stop recording. I'm only saying this so that way you know how frustrated I was, because I had a very genuine reaction. Maybe I will have the same reaction, but let's get into it. I don't remember, I took like 2.5 weeks of not playing this or even trying to think about it, except that I was like, I really want to play the game because I want to know what happens. But I don't really remember what actually happens. I just remember I was like, dude, I need to replay and know, like, comprehend what's going on. Because the first time I didn't. I'm walking to my room, trying not to look around. Playful shadows dance around me here and there. They dash all over the walls, the ceiling. One of those shadows whizzes past me, touching my face ever so slightly. I smile and continue walking, paying it no mind. Sometimes it's easy to lose your self-control and track of time. Sometimes it's so easy to lose self-control and track of time, spinning a joyful dance. But I'm in a bit of a hurry here. Mom told me to go and get to bed. Dude, the visuals of this game are so cool. I walk past the kitchen on the way to my room. The door is shut, but I can still feel the chilling air coming from the other side. My first thought is that there's a living corpse blowing in the keyhole, laughing mockingly. Ah ha ha. That's... sorry, I did that the last time too. That's so silly. I'm absolutely sure we have no corpses in our kitchen. I know for sure that we've never had any corpses in our kitchen. I'm absolutely sure of that. I break into a run and dash toward the closed door. The shadows intensify their chaotic dance. Are they trying to stop me or calm me down? And I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. Don't you get it? I wave my hands around. I wave my hands around as I run, trying to chase away my annoying pursuers. But then suddenly, I realize that I won't be able to stop them in time. I've got no other choice but to break the door down. Now, if there's somebody inside, I'll surely scare them into death. But wait, how can I scare to death someone who's already dead? What if it actually revives them? No. I don't want that. What do I do? I couldn't fully complete my thought when my shoulder hit the door and flew open. As I expected, there was no living corpses inside, but there was a big bag of milk I bought today, sitting right in the middle of the table, watching me with its unblinking eyes. I stare back. Nothing happens. Although, what exactly did I expect? Gratitude? Have I done something that warranted it? A bag of milk probably doesn't care whether it's on a shelf in a store or on a table in my mom's kitchen. On the other hand, nobody would drink milk inside the store, which means I took it from its safest place in the world and into the scary unknown. I'm sorry, you poor thing. Did you see her eyes dart from left to right? I turn away in shame and leave the room in a hurry. I only bring others trouble. I walk toward my room through a narrow corridor. Hello? Who are you? I meet a familiar, formless creature at the door. It locks me in its clutches and starts sniffing every inch of my body, like a hungry dog. I'm not struggling. I know it's useless. I just stay silent and endure its tight grip that stops me from moving. Who the fuck are you? After sniffing me from head to toe, the creature holds out its ugly paws, bearing a single claw, thin and sharp like a blade. I stare questioningly into the monster's bottomless sockets. Don't move. The creature squeezes my hand until my veins start bulging, and I just keep staring into the black cavities where its eyes should be, ignoring all pain. I've promised so many times. Stay put. The moment it says that, its claws pierce my arm. I don't feel anything other than barely discernible crawling under my skin, and the ring of tightly sprung sinews. But then the claw injects its venom into me. It hurts. A white veil appears in front of my eyes. My fingers cramp and start twitching frantically. I lose control over my body and slowly slide to the floor, just like last time. But why do I feel so hot? I feel my blood boiling up. Strong shivers run through my body, paralyzing every single cell, while my veins and arteries heat up, almost bursting from that pressure. Is this heroin? Is he doing heroin? Is it that, or she? I try screaming, but instead of producing words, I vomit thick, milky foam. The creature notices it and throws itself at me in anger, grabbing me by the throat while keeping me poisonous claw inside my arm. Kill me! Kill me! Hysterically screams resound through the corridor. In a fit of madness, the creature starts scratching my neck. Bright splashes fly everywhere, hitting the walls with a loud sound. I try to imprint wherever drop fell in my memory so I could gather them all later. I need to remember. I need... A new wave of pain washes over me. Everything turns pitch black in an instant. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it again. I'll never drink milk ever again. I'll never drink milk ever again. I finally get to my room. I'm so tired of all this fuss. Thankfully, I still feel comfy and warm in my room. Even the weird sounds coming from outside don't make me anxious at all. Mom told me to go to bed, so I need to perform all the needed preparations. I've washed my face, and now I'm standing in front of the mirror with a toothbrush in my mouth. I look at my reflection. It shows absolutely no desire to sleep. Yeah, I get how you feel. Hello? And there was a time when the last minutes before I sleep were my favorite time of the day. I loved anticipating the inevitable moment when the reality of the dream world would clash. I woke up for that moment's sake. I lived through the day for it. My biggest dream was to sleep all day long. It would have been so cool, but the dreams always slowly but surely slipped away. As if somebody finished them out of my head, one after another, until nothing was left. And now I have to sleep again, even though I don't feel any need for it. And after finishing with my face, I usually reach out for my pills. It's funny, but I have no idea how they work separately since I always swallow them as a bunch without thinking. Now I want to have a better look at it, to twirl it between my fingers, to chew on it. I'd do anything to stall for just a little bit more time. A smooth, protruded red capsule is looking at me. It's covered in a murky, semi-transparent film, but I can still discern its contents. So what do we have inside you? I gently press on the capsule from both sides, and to my surprise, it turns out to be as soft and squishy. I press harder, and the capsule pops. Sticky, bright red liquid pours out. Filthy, filthy. The pill flies straight to the waste bin, and I start rigorously washing my hands. No, there's no way I'm drinking that. And I just noticed that my camera may be blocking her in the mirror, but we'll understand why. I made it up until the point of where, like I said, the game takes place. Next was the flat pill, of the same blood red color. There were some letters printed out on it. Oh, I get it. This is the medicine that makes me really sleepy, but it's not the type of sleep I want. That's not it at all. It's fake. No. I don't even want to look at it. The next half an hour goes by in a similar fashion. I study every pill from all sides, and then I find a reason not to swallow it. I invent my own medicine instead, and enjoy swallowing them one after another, letting myself drown in their healing effects. Hey, my neck. It doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my hand doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my head doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my heart doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my eyes don't hurt anymore. How come I didn't think of this earlier? This is so simple. I need to brag about it to someone right away. But not to my mom, she'll just scald me. And she's sure I'm already sleeping anyway. I don't want to disturb her without reason. I'll think of something myself. Besides, I just really want some small talk. I wonder who's going to be my conversation partner. We're the conversation partner. And I maybe made it 2 or 3, 4 questions. I really don't remember how many. I did not make it too far after this. I made it to here, looked over after I had a big breakdown, and realized I wasn't recording. But it was shortly after this, because I was like, dude, I can't believe what this game is about to be. Hey, long time no see. It hasn't even been an hour, dummy. There you go, bullying. There you go, bullying me again. Are you even a little bit happy? Not even the slightest bit? I'm pretty exhausted after today. Well, I guess you are too. That's not true. You need to go to bed. No, you've been in control for way too long already. You've been in control for way too long already. It's my turn now, alright? I'll just stay silent until the medicine's effects wear off. How about that? Hey, you can't do that. You need to do your best to make me feel better. That's exactly what I'm doing. What a bully. Actually, why am I even worried about this? In reality, I don't need you at all. I'm so energetic and I feel great, which means I can do anything. And you only watch and agonize over your uselessness. I can imagine how angry you are right now. Yeah, and all by myself. I'm all beside myself. What made... Dude, I think this question or the next question is where I stopped, because what she's doing right now is talking to someone, to herself in her head as someone else, and that's why I'm doing the voices so similar, is because this is, I deal with this. I don't take a lot of medicine because I try different practices and different therapies that on my own from what what past therapists have taught me, and I'm doing pretty well. But I still do this outside, but the medicine made it worse for me. I took Cymbalta, and it, like, what made you happy all of a sudden? And you're just like, I don't know. And you're like, is it the medicine? Like, what? But after a certain amount of while, you're like, is it the medicine or is it me? And you want to question the medicine is what working or not. And you just, when you're on it, you feel like you don't need it. But when you don't have it, you feel like you need it. What made you so happy all of a sudden? And why would I be sad? Remember yourself a couple hours ago? I don't know what you mean. Stop lying. Nuh-uh. I still don't understand. Whatever. Unlike you, I won't forget that pathetic, snotty little girl for a long time. She just whines and whines all the time. Don't even try ruining my mood. Don't even try ruining my mood. Don't even try ruining my mood. I want to have fun while we're together, all right? So you're the one calling the shots now? Yeah. Well, let's see how long that can last. How long you can last. Well, we'll see. Yeah. What's going on outside? I am really the pathetic. Say something. I can feel the tears streaming down my cheeks, hanging from my chin, and then falling on my clothes, burning holes in them. That was fast, but not unexpected. Hey, at least I tried. I'll wash your face, and then we'll decide what to do with you. Here. Okay, so I stopped here. I stopped before this transition even happened. I don't remember that. I don't remember the go wash your face part. I remember her crying, and that's when I looked over, and I think I'm in front of the mirror again, and I keep staring at it, at my reflection, trying not to get distracted by the sneaky looks the walls are giving me, trying not to drown in their giggling. Drown in their giggling. But then me in the mirror also shows me a creepy smile, bares her teeth at me. I shut my eyes, but that doesn't help. It wouldn't have helped even if I sunk through the floor. I started counting in my mind 2 squared, 2 by 2 squared, a squared square, a square pyramid squared, a pyramidal structure cubed, a pyramidal structure hypercubed. I feel better. But my head is splitting apart now. Sorry for being rude. It's not your fault. It's never your fault. Fine. You can keep on blaming yourself, but don't overdo it. I don't know why, but I thought maybe I'd be able to take control. I was almost ready to. I was sure I'd be able to change something. After all, I was able to buy milk, you know? Yeah, you ought to know how challenging it was. Buying milk was a challenge. Oh shit. Is that why you threw away the medicine? What a stupid decision, right? What a stupid decision, right? Whatever it was your decision. See, and that's what it was like. I would have a conversation with myself in my head, and I would always try to say, well, it was your decision. Like, I'm the one making the decision, not an emotion, not some depression, not some pill. I was making the decision. That was like a big thing. Whatever, it was your decision. Does it even matter? Oh. What do you think? I can't be sure about anything, and you don't take me seriously anyway. Then why did you do that? I felt like I'd be able to fight it on my own. It's true, the pain subsided for a bit at that time, but now I feel it triple in force. It hurts so bad. Just drink your medicine already, or I'll stop talking to you. You know what to do. Dejected, I reach out for the shelf with my medicine. I swallow the pills one after another, chasing away the unpleasant visions that kept floating up in my memory. And yet, my mind still draws a terrifying picture. Lumps of coagulated blood and transparent coating travel down my esophagus, scratching its soft walls, leaving behind furrows. I shake my head violently. I don't care if it makes me feel dizzy or worsens my pain. I just don't want to think about something so repulsive. You still haven't changed. What do you mean? You're so afraid of being alone. This worries you so much more than pain. Yeah, I guess. I toss the last pill in the air and catch it with my mouth. I lie on the floor and I look at the ceiling. I can clearly hear water running in the metal pipes up there. I hear the cracking of concrete blocks that will someday surely fall on my head. But I'm not afraid of that at all. I can't imagine my death coming from above. Rather, it's rearing its claws from somewhere below, waiting for me to lose focus. What the fuck was that? Do you want to talk about it? No, I've had enough of talking. What do you want, then? I just want to lie down for a bit. I carefully extract thoughts that are yet to be fully formed in my head and lay them out on the ceiling in orderly rows. Now it's my corkboard. In hopes of seeing the whole picture, I switch them from one place to another, pile them on top of each other, scatter them around. In the end, I throw them off with my head annoyed and start over. Why do I relate to this so much? I don't do a corkboard by say. I think about the thought and I visually act out each individual person, and with their voice in their head fully modulated, like whatever that thing people discuss on TikTok. Can you see an apple fully formed in your hand, holding in your head, in your hand? I do that. I fully, like watching a movie. I watch a movie of each scenario in my head before it happens. If it ever would happen, probably never would happen. Most of the time, never does happen. I overthink a lot. I can't do it. You can always imagine your thoughts as something small and swarming, like cockroaches. Ew, I hate cockroaches. And can I make them fireflies? I don't mind either way. What is going on in the background? Oh, look at all the fireflies. Yippee! I don't even have time to blink before my thoughts, that are fireflies now, start whirling all over the ceiling of their own accord, forming whimsical patterns. I can only observe them and wait for the right moment. It's just, that moment doesn't come. The mocking sounds of flapping wings coming from the ceiling make me start losing my patience. Enough! I hate you. Dude, the room is a pigsty. Was it clean? Wasn't it clean in the first image? No. I sprung to my feet and scream at the top of my lungs. The fireflies scatter. Good job. Now start over. No way. Unstable behavior makes you look bad. I don't give a damn. So that doesn't bother you? Should it? No, no. A lot of people act like this. Really? There's nothing shameful about snapping at someone. If you have a reason for that. You did have a reason, didn't you? And that's where, so it's one of those things of, it's when I think about it and it's like, yeah, everyone else does it, but if I do it, then I'm the one in trouble, or I don't have a good enough reason. And so when something like that, when it's justified that I get angry or snap out at someone, I will have a conversation later in my head of, was my reason justified? And then I look at that, or then I think about it if I was there, and then I'd be like, no, that's not reason justified, even though I think it was a reason justified, because you'll surely get better, believe me. And now, start over. You're at it again. What do you mean? Never mind. And I've changed my mind anyway. Please don't stay silent for this long anymore. I'm having a hard time without your help. Fine. I raise my eyes and look at the ceiling once more. Sadly, all my fireflies seem to be hiding somewhere. I need to find them. Forget about them and go to bed. No, you don't get it. If I'm thinking about something, I need to finish my thoughts, or else... I glance around the room. There are too many places for a creature as small as Firefly to hide here. They can be anywhere. Suddenly I hear a deafening rumble. The clock just hit midnight. It's so late already, but I can't go to bed right now. Will you help me, please? Tell me you will help me. Come on, stop bullying me. You promised to talk to me. What are you thinking? What are you thinking while you're lying on the floor? What do you mean? You should know it better than anyone else. That's the thing. I have no idea. This is weird. Will you tell me? Who the fuck is this? I roll my sleeves and start rubbing my eyes intensely. They are so itchy. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? My eyes are itchy. Did you drink milk? Did he bring milk? I wonder if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, will my eyes stop itching? I wonder if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, all my eyelashes one after another, if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another. What have you done? I need to gather the glass, and then I need to have a bath, and then... Here, drink some milk. I died and felt something first death. I stand in the middle of the room, my mouth agape, gasping for air. I think it's just I just experienced death. I don't know any other way to explain what happened. Well, that was surely something. Will you tell me or not? About what? Let's look for the fireflies instead. You're acting weird. Help me instead of running your mouth. I've already had enough adventures before bed. I need to gather my thoughts quickly and go to bed. And my thoughts are hiding from me. To be honest, I have no idea where to look for them. Me neither. I guess we'll have to tear the whole place apart. No, and no. If I make even the smallest amount of messes here, I'll feel really bad. All the things should stay in their places, and that's it. Why? Are you trying to come up with a reason right now? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Who, me? No, of course not. I think you forgot to put up your mind block. I can see through you. Rude. Alright then, so we need to find a bunch of tiny insects inside a mountain of junk without moving anything even an inch. Yeah. My oh my. I have an idea. Last time, becoming a visual novel character helped me achieve my goal. Now I want to become a point-and-click adventure game character. Did you write a book? Did this developer write a book and now we're a point-and-click adventure game? You know, those games have moments when you just look at different objects and something inevitable happens. It sounds so fun. And what about the things you use regularly? Do you refuse to touch them as well? It would make it even more interesting. This is so childish. And I want to know what's the best part. Hey, you want to know what's the best part? You'll be the one doing it. Oh no. Oh yes. I start panicking as soon as I get into a multiple choice situation. I'll just keep changing my mind and end up crying and running away. Do you want that to happen? You're such a handful. You've already proven that you're able to make decisions. Why not continue on that road? Do what you want. I go to the middle of the room and look around. Where would I hide if I were a tiny firefly? Ah, this is so thrilling. My heart gets warmer from the pleasant anticipation. Hey. What? Look down. I look down. After a moment, a small ball of light and a warmth crawls out from under my sweater. Wowie. Wowie. There's smoke coming from your clothes. I carefully grab the firefly. It's pleasantly scorching to the touch. I put it on my shoulder. I'm sorry, little guy. Time to come home now. As if it was an order, the firefly slowly drifts up, circles around my head for a bit, and then flies into my ear with the speed of a bullet. It tickles. One down, let's look for the others. Oh. One down and let's look for the others. Yeah. Okay. It's a point and click game now. Okay, so we can't do that. I turn my eyes towards an inconspicuous shelf near the mirror. There's a glass with a toothbrush sitting on it, and a small towel is hanging nearby. What a wonderful sight. My fireflies are smart and good. They would never get in there. They know about my personal hygiene. Okay, let's look somewhere else. I look at the mound of pills and it makes me feel dizzy. I don't want to think about it. I don't. What's wrong? I've almost skipped my dose for today. How reckless. I could have died. Hey, calm down. You've already fixed that. Yes, because you ordered me to. Things could have been much worse. Yeah? I heave a deep sigh, come closer and extend my hand. Wow, it's warm. The moment those words leave my lips, one of the bottles overturns, pills rain down from it, and along with them, a firefly. Hooray! After circling above my head a couple times, it finally lands in my palm. The firefly rushes up my arm, and upon reaching my shoulder, crawls straight into my ear. My mind becomes a bit clearer. Oh, dude, okay, this is very interesting. Your usual notebook pages glued to the wall. Duct tape, numbers are drawn on them. It's the only kind of information I can take in without trouble. Dosage and side effects? Yeah. I thought you know them by heart. Yeah. This is not your handwriting, isn't it? Of course it's not. Shaky, broken lines, ugly numbers. It's not writing. It's more like claw marks. Don't forget to thank your mom. I don't need your advice. My scream makes the pages rustle restlessly. After a moment, a firefly appears from underneath one of them. After looking around in a businesslike manner, it takes off into a businesslike flight and ends up entering my businesslike ear. Hey, let's continue searching. Alright, what's up here? I tilt my head backwards and almost fall over. The closet is hanging under the ceiling, at least 300 feet off the floor. Are you joking? Even though it's my room, not everything here is for me to use. Whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care at all. At all. No. Like, totally, and I'm definitely not worried. Not even a littlest bit. Not even a smidgen of littlest bit. Not even for 1,000%. That's how much I don't care. Hey, I'm not even done telling you how much I don't care. From this moment on, I'm ignoring you. Oh, no you don't. Then act normal. Alright, this is the garbage can. I get close to the waste bin and look inside with it curiosity. Pill packaging, notebook pages, and other garbage. Boring. There's nothing here. Indeed, no self-respecting firefly would hide in a heap of garbage. Can't disagree with you here. Can we go in the little hole? No. Sleeping. Do we sleep? Oh, we sleep in a sleeping bag with... Weird. All right. I like this one better. That one's kind of interesting. I don't like that one. No. It's not, that one's not good. Okay, let's just turn those off. And what are those? Ah, those. Those are the photos of my best memories. But they're blank. I stared at them so intensely that I burned them with my eyes. Now they're just covering the cracks in the walls. Cracks? Forget it. Are we continuing the search or what? Okay, we are. She punched holes in the wall? I look up toward a very high place under my ceiling. I can hear a countless number of small legs marching inside the AC unit. Oh well. What happened? Fireflies can't be friends with cockroaches. We'd better look somewhere else. Why would cockroaches be there? Have you forgotten? You were the one who told me to think of my thoughts as cockroaches. Yes. Yes, but... They become fireflies afterwards, but cockroaches don't disappear just like that. So they occupied this place. Do you understand that now? I'll pretend I do. Okay, so I can't do the ones I already did. Okay. Interesting. So, what's funny about that? I'd imagine myself being a firefly that is looking straight at a giant fan. And I'd be so jealous. The only thing preventing it from flying is a cage. It looks locked in. The cage it's locked in. And the cable. It's like an inmate, if you think about it. It's so sad. Yeah. Let's continue searching. This is my sleeping bag. It's soft and warm. I'm sure that no living creature would be able to resist the temptation to spend a minute or two inside. They'd want to dig deep into with a couple of favorite items, close their eyes, and then... Hey, did you fall asleep? Huh? I gently slapped my cheeks to return myself to senses. It's already way past midnight. Usually I'd be sleeping like a log at this time, but right now I can't. It's 1 a.m. I typically have a really hard time going to sleep because of I can't gather my thoughts, and I constantly am seeking for new information to keep myself awake. Let's continue searching. Hey, maybe we'll find something inside. Nah, my thoughts don't have a feature of putting to sleep. Quite the contrary, they always cause insomnia, just like tonight. Okay, what? What? I said searching here is meaningless. I look down. My school bag, worn down and silly, is almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks like a full belly. Its contents are so regurgitating, decomposing, and turning into a sticky, mushy substance. What a cool image. I need to remember this. Totally not cool. Tell me what's inside your bag instead. Nothing special, mostly just all sorts of books. I've taken out all the pens and notebooks out of there, and I'm not interested in anything else. You used to go to school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I had a blast all the way. Are you sure you understood my question? Do you think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. Alright. What did you like the most there? Well, the rooms were really bright, not like at home. That's it? Don't rush me. Let me remember. Well, the beds were also soft, and the food was nice. By the way, I attended all of the classes, and the others always skipped. They probably got told off so hard. I smiled gently, absorbed in warm memories. You never graduated, though. Yeah? Do you remember your last day there? It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I'm already too old for the school curriculum. I also realized that some time ago, the tasks were way too easy. Then we got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there and we had dinner and went to our rooms. I guess that day was absolutely no special meaning for you. And then what happened? Don't remember. And does it even matter? Okay. Good. I look at my bag again, light pouring into the room through the window glints on the metal parts, and there's also a shadow underneath it, which means it's real, sadly. Whatever, I don't care anyway. I almost end up kicking the bag in a fit of sudden anger, but I managed to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move it even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I will go blind. It has already happened countless times. What do you mean you'll go blind? I've spent months memorizing the location of every item in my room. That's why I can see them so clearly and vividly. You won't get it. Look at your feet. I look down and see that a small insect is crawling toward me from my bag. It's barely glowing, and it can't even fly. I guess this firefly is really tired. I bend down to pick it up. The firefly starts glowing brightly as soon as I touch it, and then it flies up. There you go. There you go, boy. Good job. After doing a victory lap around the room, it flies towards me with a high speed. I shut my eyes, anticipating the firefly to enter my ear. That's exactly what happens. After it gets inside, it buzzes for a little while and then goes silent. This one is kind of sad. I wonder why. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's no longer alone. Sure. Let's continue searching. Oh, dude. Oh. That one's creepy. Oh, this one's happy. Okay. That's new. Oh. We're gonna click on everything, sorry. Are you serious? What's wrong? Just think about it. Why would fireflies be attracted to light? I think they're quite self-sufficient already in that regard. Well, only if they purposefully want to lower their self-esteem. I mean, she's right, you know. What's this little book? This is my sketchbook. Half of the pages are blank, which means it'd still be good for a couple of years. You draw that rarely? Why? Isn't that obvious? If I run out of pages, I'll have to buy a new sketchbook. I can't get to the stationery store on foot. I'll have to take out the bus. Do you even realize what kind of nightmare I can turn into? Well, maybe you can ask your mom to buy you one. I get closer to the sketchbook, stepping over the wires and sleeping bag, the cracks in the laminate, and the window's reflection. The sketchbook is lying on the stool. From the height, it seems like the stool is missing 2 legs. I squat and look again. All the legs are in place. Will I be able to think of an interesting allegory? Oh, let's not go there, okay? I stand up and study the sketchbook from inches away. Its pages are pure white. The last drawing is buried in the previous pages, the way it should be. Too bad. I'd love to see it. Maybe next time. A sudden gust of chilly wind breaks into the room and makes the pages rustle. Oh no! I shut my eyes. A distinctive sound of pages turning echoes. With a headache in my head, I know what's going to happen. The rustling has stopped, even though the wind is still howling from every direction. It can only mean one thing. The notebook is open on the first page. If I wait a little longer, the wind will close it. I won't have to look. If I wait a little longer. If I wait. Open your eyes. No. It's okay. Just do it. No way. I know you're lying. Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Calm down? No. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Fine. Fine. I open my eyes with utmost caution. The notebook still open in the middle. No drawings, nothing. The pages are still pure white. Did I imagine it? I don't know. Did you? You're the smart one here. You tell me. Next time, don't close your eyes. What did you... I couldn't finish speaking because the pages started moving again. Don't close your eyes. Don't make me do it. I'm scared. Trust me. The rustling grows louder. The pages lift up. I can almost see the outlines of drawings on the previous pages. No way. Everything that is in the past should stay in the past. You couldn't convince me. That's it. I'm closing my eyes. Look there. A barely visible light seeps through the pages. With every new gust, it becomes brighter and brighter. A firefly! The wind immediately stops. For a moment, the world sinks in perfect silence, but only for a moment. The buzz that has always been haunting me fills the surroundings, but it doesn't matter now. Goodness gracious, you little boy, you made me so scared. The firefly blinks, flies up, and enters my ear, buzzing loudly all the way. It spends some time looking for the perfect spot in my head, but then its buzzing dies down. Phew. Are you okay? Why are you? We're running short on time, so let's continue searching. So how many more items do we got? We got the plants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The umbrella emancipates a faint sense of coolness. No wonder it's the only thing that defends me against the thunderclouds that gather under my ceiling. It's such a blessing that it can do without my help. Still, a firefly won't hide in a place like that. It will catch a cold and be unable to fly. You don't want to check it? Why? I'm sure it won't find anything there. drawers. I doubt it. All the compartments are locked. What if? I don't even want to think about what's inside. Who knows what I'll end up imagining. Dude, drawers, throwing stuff in a drawer and forgetting it is, dude, it's such a memory thing because you're like, what's in there? What am I going to find that I've just blindly thrown away? Okay, can't close the door or anything. Just double checking. What's this up here? It's not easy to get out of here. Oh, was that me trying to escape? Right, insects enjoy pollinating the flowers and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess. I get close to the flower shelf and sniff around. The leaves smell of dust and cardboard and death. You know, those plants are looking long dead, right? I'm not sure a dead plant will be able to attract any insects. Well, we kind of don't have a choice here, you know? Still, you're right. Let's continue searching. Why don't you just throw them out? Weren't you listening to me at all? Finish searching. Nope. I look at the alarm clock. Time continues its unstoppable flow. It's so late. 1:26 now. Are you tired? You bet I am. I let out a therapeutic yawn and hold out my arm to the sides. 1, 2. Then I raise them above my head. 3, 4. Maybe a little workout will help me freshen up. Good idea. Do you remember the exercises you've been taught? I think so. I take a hesitant stance. What was it? Heels together, toes apart? Whatever. I'll go with that. Count down 5 minutes. Fine. You have a clock right in front of you, though. I can't look at its hands for too long. At first I feel like they start moving in the wrong direction, and then they disappear altogether. And then things always get messy. Last time I saw a pair of eyes on the clock's face, and also, I used to hear voices back in the day. They pleaded for help, I think. What a mess, truly a mess. It was a mess, right? A mess. Well, are you counting down? My God, finally. What do you mean? I was trying to get through to you for half an hour. Huh? Forget it. Do you see the firefly? No? Let's continue searching then. That one's weird. I look at my laptop. I haven't touched it for years, so it's covered with a layer of dust as thick as my finger. A bizarre item, I fear it. Why? Why? It's a long and boring story. Wonderful. Tell me about it. I insist. I don't remember how it appeared in my room. One of my parents probably brought it in here because they couldn't find a better place for it. They didn't prohibit me from using it. On the other hand, they encouraged me to do so. Sure, I've spent my whole days in front of the screen. Games, drawing, engineering, calculator, 3D modeling. So much fun stuff to do. You had amusing hobbies. Yeah, I did. Before entering the web. Imagine this. You're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living. Did you imagine? As always, your analogies are spot on. Okay, I imagine. Alright, you're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything comfortable living, okay? You have everything for comfortable living, okay? Okay. Wonderful, and here's the situation. You're a hamster that lives... Okay, I got it. Do you want to talk about something else? Yeah. On one wonderful day, someone digs you up from your hamster house and brings you up to the pet store. Now your new home is a cage. It's way more comfortable and warm compared to the underground. And the most important part, you have a lot of neighbors here. Their cages are identical to yours, and the other hamsters look identical to you. Identical to you too. That means you're all the same. Apart from the fact that they're born at the shop. You'll ask, what does that indicate? And I'll tell you, nothing at all. I forgot what I was talking about. Dude, I do that so much. I will start talking about a subject and then I will stop myself and be like, what was I even talking about? How did I lead myself to what I was just talking about? Okay, let's start over. This time, try to avoid stupid hamster analogies. You know, I'm not at fault here. So, I had a lot of friends online, tens, hundreds of them, impossible to count. It is impossible, though. I had exactly 317 of them. Oh, I had exactly. Although I guess nobody counts the exact number of hamsters when they walk into a pet shop. Hey, don't get distracted. Alright. From my 317 friends, 68 were into gaming just like me. 130 of them liked drawing just like me. The remaining 119 were into calculators and 3D modeling equally. And when I say equally, I don't mean 59 and a half friends on each side. Alright? You mean, you can split numbers evenly, no problem, but math doesn't work like that when it comes to friends. A major conundrum, right? Get to the point. I knew, of course, that no real people exist on the web. I also understood that all my friends die the moment I turn my laptop off. But I still wasn't even a bit worried. Why? Do you know what computer programs consist of? It's just a combination of numbers. Which means my friends are also numbers. Isn't that amusing? Not really? Why do you call them your friends? I mean, everyone who shares my interest is my friend, and I don't care whether they know about my existence or not. Anyways, as I was saying, every program has its own algorithm and purpose, its mathematical formula. And if you solve that formula, you'll be able to predict the program's behavior at any moment. The longer you speak, the less I follow. You don't need to follow me around, just listen. I sit on the floor and the laptop screen ends up right in front of me. The only thing reflected in it is my dim face. A web person is just a random picture and a random string of letters. Words and actions from the web person are just executable code. Hey, let me know if you need a break. One day, someone appeared. From that point on, my laptop was always on. There are no real people on the web, but he was good at pretending. At some moment, I let him trick me. Hey, look. Huh? Suddenly, a firefly slowly crawls out of the laptop's vent grill. I reach for it. It gets on top of my palm, blinking all the while. I think it's trying to say something. I can see that myself. If only I knew what. Looks like a cipher. Don't you want to crack it? I changed my mind. I have absolutely no desire to find out what it wants to say. The firefly stops glowing for a moment after that. Then it starts glowing again, as if coming back to its senses. For some time it thinks about the further courses of actions, and then flies up and dashes into my ear. Let's continue searching. And what about your story? You must be mad at me for interrupting you. I'm sorry. If you do everything right now, I'll finish my story, maybe. No. If you do everything right, I'll finish my story. Maybe. Do you promise? I promise. And if you forget? Because I won't. Please forget it. Then remind me with a code word, for example. What code word? I'll think of one later. And for now, let's keep searching for my fireflies. So I think we've searched we've clicked on everything we can. Nope, we don't want that turned back on. Oh. I still don't get what this is. But let's finish searching. You found all the fireflies. Amazing. I guess. I've managed to gather my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, it's just going back to the starting point. No changes at all. A zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? You shouldn't think too much. It hurts you. I want to sleep. How about you get some fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? Well, go to the balcony. Breathe in some air. Somehow those words triggered a panic attack in me. I subconsciously step away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. Why? Or why? This may sound silly, but I feel like someone is watching me. Alright, let's stay here. There's no way somebody cares about you that much. See, that's me. Just for a couple minutes, okay? My apartment building looks like a bottomless cooking pot, but instead of soot, it has hundreds of concrete and metal boxes on its wall. There are lights in the windows, and there are muffled voices coming from inside. The howling of the wind spirals up from the splits into hundreds of independent streams. Seems like it wants to be heard by every person living here. It must feel so lonely living in the endless silence. Your apartment building is pretty weird, isn't it? I could see the horizon from my window before, and the building grew for miles in both directions. I guess at some point it circled around and closed on itself. Nothing unusual about that. Is that an eyeball? How do you feel? Definitely feel sometimes that's more than enough. Still, you're anxious, aren't you? Of course. Moreover, I'm completely terrified. Wasn't it obvious? You're looking in every direction, but not up. Ah, this? I've already told you I haven't I? About what? Ah, you know, small stuff. Can small stuff make you terrified? It's hard to explain. I climb up the metal railing and let my legs hang down. I sneak short glance at the abyss from time to time. It replies with angry cold breath. That's how we interact, like old friends. Sometimes I feel like the whole world pretends to be crazy, as if it's trying to make me believe in something that it doesn't exist. That's weird, isn't it? Yes, but at the same time it makes me feel a little bit happy. Everything around me was created for my sake, to deceive, trick, confuse me. If that's true, I guess I'm not so crazy myself, after all. You believing in this is the definition of craziness. You're probably right. Another gust of wind blasts against the pot walls, smashing the glass to dust and blowing away the concrete crust. I, on the other hand, feel a gentle breeze that only ruffles my hair. I still haven't come up with a code word. You were the one to remember your promise. You don't need a code word anymore. I don't like when this happens. I want to remember certain things only when I want to. Nonetheless, you've made that promise. And I'll keep it. But you need to keep in mind that from this moment on, every word will bring me pain. I bend down and imagine falling into the abyss. I have exactly 2 minutes before I meet my end. I've had a friend online, my best friend, even though the combination of letters he used instead of his name wasn't that cool. Well, the combination of pixels he had instead of his photo was also boring and unattractive. This is so strange, and I'm wondering, this is so strange and wrong, breaking the rules of being online. Why was he doing that? Maybe his code was a few lines short. Don't quite get what you mean. I could tell you about those rules. You can't find them anywhere, but I'm smart, so I figured them out myself. Although, I'm not sure if I should divulge them. Why? When I try to say what I think out loud, I tend to make mistakes. If I make just a single one, everything that comes after contradicts my thoughts, and I end up with the opposite position. And I don't want that. According to that logic, it'd be better for you to keep your mouth shut forever. Yeah, that's my dream. Keep my mouth shut, never get up from my bed, never see or hear anything. Just dream on and on. Oh, why is everything so terrible? Don't get distracted. So what was that about your friend? My friend? Ah, yes. He was brazen enough to... Come on, gather your thoughts. He somehow made me believe that he was real. He kept describing someone else's life to me in detail as if it was him. And he expected me to do the same. And then when I told him everything about myself without hiding a single thing, I grit my teeth and the wind whips my face without mercy. It slices my skin into uneven stripes as if a piece of thin cloth. He knew more about me than anybody else in the world. You know what I did? Know what he did? Yes. Sending an army of bots to harass me was probably fun. And what's most important, it was a win-win situation. They spawned here and there simple bits of code and that are effortless to run. No wonder the algorithm assigns that pattern more often than the others from the list. Text and video generators get to work at the same time. My name surfaces on the web more and more. It's unbearable. Unbearable. From around every corner, every balcony, ceiling, attic, wall. I always feel many pairs of watchful eyes directed at me. And now they watch me from the screens too. But I'll put an end to it. I've decided a long time ago. Though, maybe I only decided that only. My body finally crashes into the ground, smashing into millions of tiny pieces like porcelain. I died again, and I felt nothing. Achievement, second death. It's my second death for today already. I'm cold. Let's go back inside. I return to my room. Thankfully, it hasn't changed one bit during the minutes I was outside. Hold on. I've got to see how many achievements there are for this game, because I need to know if I need to make this a long series or a short series. Okay. Okay. I want to feel like I want to get to a stopping point, and then we will end the episode, because I think this will be like a 2 or a 3-part series. I return. Okay. Without a second thought, I go toward my laptop and yank the power cable from the outlet. That's it. That's it. That's it. What are you going to do? What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course, hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. I imagine myself to be outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time, still being me, ridiculous. Like milk outside of a bag of ridiculous, like milk outside a bag of milk. And yet, you don't have to talk to me out loud. You don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. I also know that our time is running short. You won't take another pill. Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either. And the day after tomorrow. And never ever. That's a goodbye then? No. I have one more small favor to ask. A really, really small one. What is it? I've blurted out way too much today. A lot of stuff I'd want to forget forever. I don't blame you, but was it really necessary? You'll see tomorrow. No, I wouldn't be able to sleep like this. Fine. What's the favor? I nervously scratch my wrist and bite my lower lip. Wait a minute. You're afraid to tell me? Yes. I'm also scared that something bad might happen if I tell you. I'm also scared that when something bad happens, something way worse will happen. Stop. I get it already. Still, I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Bully. No, you. I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself in blankets, even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. I'm sad because the dreams won't just come anymore. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. Of course I will. I'll believe you. I know, it was a joke. Well, anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down and started imagining... that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and always looked sleepy in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in the most unexpected of places. Bulging eyes with trembling pale pupils. It was scary, you know? Then one day I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of my room and couldn't move for a while. And then silhouettes, letters, and eyes were hanging over me and hissing. It was horrible. And well-deserved, I guess. It felt like I was caught on the biggest lie in the world. Yes, it felt exactly that way. After that, I stopped. But the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed here. I guess they like this place. They always follow me in my wake, peeping at me, and I'm kind of scared of them and can't even argue with them. But today, well, still too scared to tell me? Of course! They're still listening, you know? Use your hands. Alright. I start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? Shh. And I was trying so hard here. Don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax. Nobody can hear you. So what do you say? I'd be happy too, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. Sounds silly. But it's not. And meaningless? You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Boring. Fine. Close your eyes. You're not even trying. I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrow, dimly lit alley, an awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Finally. Are we in our dream? I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and see a boy with a weird expression on his face. You're late. Who are you? The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late. I stare at him, confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See? Much better. Do you have a name? My name's Tresca. I give the brat an evaluating look, but look, he's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that. None of your business. And besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Haven't they told you anything? I know all there is to know for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Tresca says that and strikes a victory pose. No way I'm doing that. You don't understand. That refusal is futile. Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. Do you think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird, consistently shifting between happiness, sadness, loudness, silence. He's a wacko, and his name is stupid. Are we going or what? You can go. I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Tresca puts on a cunning smile. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you. I don't like you. He simply burst out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. And he grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to trot. Lead the way. What is going on? This is going to be a one-episode game. I'm sorry. I really need to finish the story. Our trip to the store went fine, if not for the fact that Tresca was walking way faster than me. And then on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying the ground underneath his feet. In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should have. Plus, I don't want to leave and then come back and then I don't understand how this save mechanic works. After reaching the store's door, we're greeted by a sign. We're closing in 20 minutes. Who had the bright idea to indicate their working hours in this way? They probably have special staff for this. Someone who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. It's convenient. Are you joking? Yeah. You're so annoying. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah. Oh no, it's ah. And what's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell out of the brat, but a scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign that says we're closing in 15 minutes. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Huh? Oh, yeah. After another round of going across the long row of canned products, we realize that we're lost. I can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should go ask somebody for directions. Sure. Hey, wait up. Tresca let go of my hand and walks confidently toward one of the few store's customers. That person is standing with their back to us, studying something on the shelf. Hello, can I can't hear another's. I can't hear neither the second part of his question nor the reply he gets, but my good-for-nothing friend freezes in place, looking the customer straight in the eye. I hurry toward them. Is he yours? The customer talks to me. He speaks with is he yours? Wearing a scornful expression. If he's yours, please get him away from me. Yeah, I'm sorry. I grabbed Tresca's hand and laid him away. He's still looking at the customers, his mouth ajar and his eyes popped. He's also shaking. What the fuck did Tresca see? Only when we turn around the corner, Tresca calms down. What was that? I got so scared, he said. What? No, not again! Suddenly, Tresca starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand, his face burning. He's crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Annoying other people is still wrong, though. This is something you don't understand, it seems. You're mean. Who, me? Tresca pushes me away and runs off. Drat. At the edge of my vision, I see the store staff hanging a new sign on the door. There you are. I meet Tresca at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where it was. Hey, you, move. I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of a long queue that has formed after Tresca. I squeeze through toward him. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. Is he yours? Yeah. Just leave him home next time. People in queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. Yes, of course. And then the waiting fee. What? You heard me. I did, but that's unheard of. Tresca starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is retarded too. Whoa, sorry, is retard too. Sorry, whoa. Hold on. And for the fact that your son is a retard too. But you heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I throw a banknote at the cashier of much higher value than needed, even counting it all stupid fees, then grab a bag of milk and turn around on my heels. We're leaving, Tresca. My son? We spend the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we end up turning right toward a gas station. There, Tresca finally breaks the silence. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. I look at the boy's face. A light flickers in his eyes for a brief moment and then goes out. You know? He turns away from the path and walks straight toward the highway with determination. I stare at his back, confused. It seems like you're not helping me at all. A new playful flickers in Tresca's eyes. Milk outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk. A game by Nikita Krov. Well then, okay, that was an experience. Script Nikita Malhumaiden. Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by for this game. This was programmed by Death. Is he Death? Visuals, Ghost Funeral. Let me know what you guys thought about this game. I did not get every achievement, so there are still some secrets to be found in this game. If you guys want to see a part 2 to this where we go and get all the secrets, we can most certainly do that. And I love you. Please go watch one of the other videos on screen.